friends. We are Sarájanée and Annacrizelda, and this is Everything and No Less, the podcast where your favorite long-distance best friends talk about everything, from women's sports to Marvel movies to things we love, hate, and everything in between. This week, we're talking about who we are this week. Just girls, after all. Then we talk about what it means to be a considerate friend before launching into our favorite recurring segment. Is it a hate crime? Thanks for listening. Welcome.
Hey, y'all.
Howdy.
Howdy. Listen, we saw Beyonce last night. Like, we knew she was going to be great, and she was better.
Oh.
And
Oh my God.
I wore my cowboy hat, about to choke, and I'm never going back.
I love that for you. I love your earrings.
Thank you. These were a birthday gift a few years ago for my friend.
I love that.
Them. Good colors.
I can't
Really
wait.
good colors. I'm so excited. You're going in July, right?
Yeah, July in Vegas, which was a choice that was made.
Yeah. Decisions.
It's
going to be great.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I just know everybody's going to be sweating so hard.
True.
So hard.
It wasn't even that hot here, but we had some humidity, which is a reminder. I had cowboy boots before, so I kind of broken them in, but then I took the extra step of putting a shoehorn in them. Highly recommend if you're wearing cowboy boots, because my shoes were very comfortable, and I saw some others that maybe weren't having the same experience. So take the necessary precautions if you're going to see Beyonce this summer.
That is an excellent reminder, because I am someone who is going to buy cowboy boots for Beyonce.
As you should.
As I should. As a Texas resident, I think it's time.
Yes, agreed.
For me to support the local economy and buy cowboy boots from my local Nordstrom.
Exactly. They might be based in Texas.
They might be based in Texas.
It might be a local business.
But I definitely do need to break them in. So I will be walking around my neighborhood in cowboy boots.
That's what I did.
Texas
walking to CVS in the grocery store.
I love that for you. I love that.
It was great.
You know.
But no,
Go ahead. When we were little, like in third, fourth, second grade, do you remember it was like cowboy boots were such a big thing? Do you remember this?
I think so, vaguely.
It was like such a thing, and maybe it was just like the part of Virginia I was in, but like I wanted cowboy boots so badly, and my parents, of course, were like, no, an 8-year-old
that's not your culture.
doesn't need cowboy boots. And it's not my culture. And I was so
Your dad was
sad.
like, that is not what I immigrated for.
Literally, we did not come to America so that you could have cowboy boots. But now that I am a full adult with grown-up money, guess what? Cowboy boots it is.
Absolutely. I have no regrets. The only thing that I want to change is that I want another pair. I want a teal pair, and we're going to do it.
You need a teal pair. You need a teal pair.
Agreed. Personal and podcast brand alignment.
Mm-hmm. Gotta have it.
I love it. But it's been a week. It has been a week.
It's been a week.
I mean, it's been a little bit longer than that since our first episode, but how are you feeling? What's your life been like?
Well,
what's going on?
As you know, I recently moved. And, you know, I'm just a girl who moved. I really feel like I'm just a moving man at this point. I'm just a girl who is a moving man. And yeah, it has been super overwhelming, but super great. We're in a brand new house. Yay. And I love it. I think that the biggest takeaway for me is that I have extreme difficulty living where all of my things are not unpacked. But I, at the same time, am someone who is deeply overwhelmed by having to unpack. And so I now live in this in-between space where half of my stuff is fully unpacked and organized, and half of my stuff I never want to see again. So
it sounds to me like you're being thoughtful about the unpacking process and the rehoming of your things, where they're going to go. So I think you're just taking breaks. You're not rushing. All good things.
I love that framing. I do. Because I am someone who, I need to do it all the way, right away. And when you have this many boxes, it's just not possible.
It's not sustainable for sure.
Not.
Or you're going to burn out in the move the relocation sooner. It's also like, oh my goodness, I just drew a blank. What was
Yeah, I feel a little bit like Petey, where I am just a breath away from a crash out at all times.
Exactly. Right. And it's like, yeah, I'm someone who also likes to unpack everything, but you have to take breaks. I feel like that's something I'm trying to lean into and maybe not doing it well. Is like, I can slow down. We can take a little more time, like lean into that challenge rather than just being like, I'll just get it done and it'll be fine, but lean into the challenge of, I'm going to leave this for tomorrow and I will sit here and I will survive. And I'm still working on that.
Yeah, I'm working on that too. But you know, for some people, the challenge is actually wanting to do the things.
Yeah, yeah.
And for us, I feel like the challenge is being able to sit with not doing the thing.
Right, right. Like both of them require space and like a certain sort of reflection, I guess. But that's wild. I feel like moving though, not only does it like haunt you in the like unpacking and even the packing process of build up, but it's the way that it hovers even beyond that for me, right? Like we're looking at a move next summer and we're like on the edge of the start packing phase, right? But it's like every day it gets closer. I feel it more and more. And I'm like, the boxes, they're going to be surrounding me. The to-do list, they're going to be surrounding me, right? And so I feel like moving as an experience, no matter how much you do it, it just hovers.
It hovers.
And it takes a lot out of you. It's too much.
It's too much. It's too much.
What's your stance on like professional movers? Will you hire them for everything, nothing, everything being like packing and moving?
Right. So I will say, I always start out all of my moves with, I cannot imagine how people get movers to pack their things. I can't imagine being that person. And by the time that I am 48 hours away from the move, I am of the mindset that I will never pack another thing of mine again. And I will only pay people. I don't care what it costs. They must come here and do it for me.
Do it all.
But at that point, it's too late. You know, like you're 95% done. No one's going to come and pack you the extra 5%. So, you know, ask me at a certain time. I'm pro movers and another time I'm anti movers. But I will say, like, for the actual moving day, I am pro movers. They are essential. Like, I cannot lift functionally. Okay. I love to go to the gym, but my strength is not functional like these wonderful gentlemen who came to move us. Amazing functional strength. Efficiency, great. That is not where my strength lies.
Right. I remember the first time I hired movers, and I had been before then had been doing myself, family, like all of that. But it was the first time that nobody else was available. I wasn't going to be able to move it. So I hired movers, and I was like, oh, this is a game changer. And I actually, like you, packed everything, tried to have it organized. So they just showed up, loaded it up, and unloaded or whatever. But I was like, oh, I get it. Because that last 5% of stuff that you're packing feels like it's never going to end. There's some random trinket somewhere, something that won't fit. And so it feels like you're in is it Alice in Wonderland or something where it like just keeps going with those little like Russian dolls and you're just like, I make it stop. So I am also pro movers. I wonder if another like challenge would be giving up the control from the beginning to be like, if I got it, somebody else pack it, y'all handle the whole thing. Would that be like another control up there?
Yeah, I think that would be really difficult for me psychologically. I also have this thing where I cannot delete things from my memory. Like, I don't know why. Like, I definitely forget things. I'm not like, you know, especially gifted in that way. Like, but I just remember really useless things. Like, I cannot forget where I pack even like the smallest thing. And it works against me because the brain power that is required to hold all of that information is immense. And like the other day we hung up the shower organizers in the shower and there are little hooks that hang off of it so you could hang like your loofah or whatever. And Eric was like, do you have any idea where the hooks are? And I was like, yes, go into the duffel bag in the second bedroom and in the front pocket there are 4 hooks. Like, why is that? The exact location. And I was right. Of course I was right. But it's just like the mental load of knowing all of those things. Like, I feel like maybe having someone else pack it would be better because you don't have that mental load.
No, and you don't get confused. Like you can't, because that's one thing I'll do. I'll confuse myself, right? Like I'll have a vision of, oh, I'm gonna pack this in this box in this place, and then it doesn't work out. It gets moved, right? And I'm like, oh, I'll remember that. But my brain latches on to the no. You were gonna put it on the lower level of the box or something. So, yeah, taking away some of the load, less mental load.
I will
all the
say,
way.
if someone else packed me, I would never find anything again. They would just be gone.
Yes, I would need a key. I would need a key. I would need good labels.
An index.
Yes.
Something.
And probably still need them on call. Like,
Yeah.
where's my blah, blah, blah.
Oh my gosh.
Me this week, as has already been forecasted, I'm just a girl who's never going to not love Beyonce.
Love.
Like, she's so incredible. This tour is so joyful. Like, she looks so happy, in addition to people in the stands being, like, happy to be there or be together. Probably more be there. But, like, she's just phenomenal. She's incredible. She's excellent. I don't want to give any spoilers. We'll talk about it more when you go see it or after you go to see the show maybe. But I was just like, she's incredible. Y'all will never make me hate her. I don't want to hear any comparisons. Like, we love you, Beyonce. Like, we've grown up with her in some very real ways, and that's cool. So, just all love for Queen Bee.
I did look at the set list, and I won't spoil it for any of our listeners who are refusing to look at the set list so they can be surprised. Eric.
I respect it.
I just really appreciate all of I feel like there's a lot of throwbacks on the set list, and I am going to be all in my feelings. Like, some of these songs I feel like she hasn't sung on tour in a long time.
Right.
Oh, I cannot wait.
Right. And she's always been excellent, like an excellent performer. And I think the first time I saw her, the only other time before this was like 2013 in Washington, D.C. And I remember then just being floored. Like, no detail was over. Like, she was working. No detail was overlooked. She was in her bag and, like, great at what she does, right? That's still here at this show, but it's like she's in her bag in a different way where it just looks joyful. She's having fun. She seems happy. And it's like the flex of, I know I got this. Y'all know I got this. The song she performed, she's like, watch me sample myself, pull from this. Oh, you forgot about that. Like, don't get it twisted.
I love it.
So I'm excited to talk more about it, more specifics.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I still often watch the Coachella performance. Yeah. Iconic.
It's so good. Iconic is exactly right. Like, truly legendary.
I feel like she changed Coachella forever.
Right.
Like, I feel like every performer who came to Coachella after Baychella had to up their game like 100 times.
At least try to, and then they just realized actually she's
not replicable. One of one.
Right. So let me try to find my lane as she's done and hope for a modicum of success. Like,
oh my gosh.
We love to see it.
We love to see it. We love.
Are we anybody else this week?
So last night, I caught up with a dear friend, and we talked until like 10 p.m., and that, for me, that's so late. Like,
very late.
Toward, like, this dear friend of mine, she's like very much like a night owl, so she was like awake, and she was talking, and I was fading. I felt myself fading away. And I'm just a girl. I can't be too sleepy. Like, listen, this is why I feel like I had such a hard time working in a big law firm. The second I get sleepy, it's game over. The diminishing returns accelerate at a quantum pace. Like, I am unable. You have about 5 minutes left with me before I am like, I need to be laid in the bed.
I've got to be horizontal.
I can't.
Otherwise, like, you're getting me less well functioning, right? My ideas are just slow, whatever. My communication is slow, but when the like sleepy takeover comes, I'm going to crash out. Like, I'm either going to lie down or I'm going to crash out. There is no
in between.
It's a quick flip. I can sometimes sense it coming, but if like the proper precautions are not taken, it's all bad.
Listen, the fact that we used to, I don't know if you used to do this, but the fact, no, I do know you used to do this because we used to do this together sometimes. The fact that we used to be in any kind of school building, doing any kind of work
A
Past 10
joke.
p.m. A joke.
A kiki ha ha.
Absolutely not.
What were we doing?
Nothing.
It
Not
was
a
low
thing.
quality or nothing. I
Low
think we were
quality or
just sitting
nothing.
there. Like you're not gonna convince me. This is not about aging. I feel like I just know my body better. I've always been a sleepy girl who sometimes had a hard time with sleep, but there's no way I was being productive between 11 and 2. I don't believe it.
It was madness. It was
Just chaos.
madness.
That led to more chaos
That led
because
to
then I
more
didn't get enough
chaos.
sleep, and I'm a disaster the next day trying to figure out what is life.
What is life? Yeah. Listen, guys, we're just girls. We're just
Just
girls. We're just
girls.
sleepy girls.
Yes. What was I gonna say? I need to catch up on shows. I don't know what life has been doing lately, but hopefully next episode we can catch up because I am behind. I'm
Yeah,
behind.
I think Hacks is the only one on right now. Top Chef is currently running. I don't know if you watch that.
Don't.
Also,
Wow.
Jersey Shore Family Vacation is coming back
I'm not
soon.
doing it.
That
Y'all gotta be serious. Y'all gotta
my
start being serious.
favorite.
I know. It's gotta go.
It does have to go. It does. Having said that, I will enjoy every second that it remains.
As you
I will
should. Why not?
cherish.
If you're gonna be in it, be all the
I
way
am
in it,
all
you
the
know.
way in it. Okay, I'm in the Reddit threads. I'm on the Instagram.
That's okay. Annacrizelda. A Jersey Shore Reddit. What are they talking about? Is it like production Reddit? Like people trying
No,
to understand?
it's like people gossiping about them,
I'm
gossiping
going to
about
sleep.
themselves. I love it.
I'm going to sleep.
Listen.
That's ridiculous. Okay, well, next episode, you're gonna have to bring us your favorite Reddit find of the week. What's the best Reddit piece or nugget, little insight you get next
You know,
week? I
some
want to
some of those
report.
insights are not meant to see the light of day, Sarájanée, I will say. I will say.
I want to update. I want to update. Oh my gosh, you're so silly. You're so silly. Okay, so back to business. I shared with you a clip of Issa Rae in a recent interview, and she's talking about the kind of friend that she is, or rather, the kind of friend that she is not.
I am not a check-in every day type of person. I'm a very much when I'm here, it's all about you, but I don't check in as often as I should with friends. And I've been told that in the past and I've adjusted, but you just have to tell me, but it's not a natural instinct. And so with this, I understand like Eva being like, this is kind of a high maintenance friendship in a way where I can't, I'm not going to be the same type of giving friend that you are to me, but I will show up in the ways that I can. If you need me, I will always be there. And so that would make me consider like, oh, am I a bad friend because I think about you, but I might not text you to be like, hey, I just want to make sure you're okay. But you should know that I would hope you would call me if you weren't okay and know that I would show up for you and be there for you. I'm just not I'm not considerate.
Yeah.
I'm not a considerate friend in the way that I would like to be.
And I think it was interesting to me because we all know Issa's become like a business mogul. I think that's fair to say. I don't know if that's the proper use of mogul, right? And so I can understand that she probably is very busy, right? Hard to be in kind of some of the communication styles we described on previous episodes in terms of checking in daily, small talk to kind of make sure your friends near and far are part of your day. And so I don't know. I was just kind of struck by it. Like, she seems like she's very honest with the people in her life about how she's going to show up and, like, what her expectations are, what she hopes they are of her, or what she feels comfortable meeting. But I was like, she describes herself as not a considerate friend. And what do we make of that? Like, I'm, like, talking in a circle. But, yeah, what do we make of that? Is someone being able to tell you this is all I have to, like, this is a capacity I have to offer, is that its own form of maybe good friendship in terms of transparency and honesty? Or is it just like not enough, right? Like, where do you think you would fall?
I think that this is such a good and interesting question. I loved listening to her perspective on it because, you know, it's interesting because I think that people go through obviously different seasons in their life where they're super busy or they're super underwater, or, you know, other seasons where they may have more time to be reaching out and things like that. And For me, I mean, like, not to push back on like how she identifies herself, but I agree with you in the sense that I think communicating that right now, this is all I can give to you, is actually being a good friend. I think that where it can go wrong, and not to say that this is what she does, but where it can go wrong is if you are like, it becomes sort of like an identity of yours, right? It's like, I'm not considerate. I'm not going to consider you. I'm really all for myself. And if I can fit you in, I will. But, which that feels like a different tone than like what she was saying.
But you can imagine it would slip in
Right.
between the two, right? Like, because part of what I also wondered is she talks about or said several times, like, oh, I'm always going to be there if you need me. But I can imagine it might be hard to like know when is a reasonable time to need her. Like, if I know a friend is very busy, I'm like, does it have to be like a physical emergency? Something.
Yeah.
Like, what if I just had a rough day? That's not actually a huge thing, but you just need a few minutes, right? Like, I think that could be tricky as a friend and trying to think about how to show up even around what someone like you in this instance have communicated or has communicated.
Do you consider yourself to be a considerate friend?
I mean, I think so, as much as I can say, like, outside of the person who's not, like, I'm not, other people are experiencing me rather. But I would like to say I try to, or at least like I feel like that's my goal. That's like what I aspire to as a friend, someone who's considerate, someone who shows up. What about you?
I consider you an extremely considerate friend.
Oh, that's very
I
nice.
consider you as like the hallmark of a considerate friend. I think that you have a very good memory. You have a long memory, as you like to say. And I think that like sometimes you really bring stuff up that I really have forgotten about.
Don't worry, I've got it deep in the treasure chest. I might not remember what time my appointment is. I might not remember what I had for lunch last week, but I got this.
The long-term memory is working. But I think that you're an extremely considerate friend. And I think that, it's interesting because it's not only remembering like the little things, right? But it's also remembering, like big things, like, and showing up for big things, right? And I think that for me, a red flag that happens in friendships is when at big events, people don't show up for you in the way that you would have hoped or expected them to. Yeah. And I think that can be it can be an almost like inflection point in a friendship, right? It's like, I graduated, or, we bought a house, or I got a big job, or I made a really big decision. And the way you showed up to me is not commensurate with where I thought we were as friends.
Yeah. That can definitely be a source of disappointment. Yeah. And I think maybe that can happen when there are shifts, different priorities that aren't maybe clearly expressed. And maybe that stems from some like reflection too, right? Because to be able to tell somebody, hey, I got this thing going on, this is where I'm going to be the next couple of months, you got to know what's going on and kind of really be in touch and in tune with yourself, I think. And so, just hearing you say that, I think that can definitely, that kind of disconnection can certainly lead to issues that are like really hard to come from, because on both sides, they end up feeling very, very personal, right? Like, you didn't show up for me. And sometimes it's like you didn't accept or recognize how I showed up for you because those differing expectations. And then everybody's sad.
Everybody's sad. It is sad when that happens.
Yeah, for sure. But it's just interesting. I would love to hear what other folks think. Like, what makes a considerate friend to them? How do they relate to trying to be considerate? Because I could also hear some folks being like, no, I am like who I am, not like almost neutral on consideration and like not aspiring to be anything in friendship. So that could be interesting.
What do you think about so I think considerate can be like both in the macro, right? Like, you consider your friend's life and like the big things that happen, but also like in the micro, right? So how do you feel about, say, a situation where you and a friend are like going to dinner and the friend last minute is like, oh, by the way, so-and-so is coming with, not their significant other,
Yeah.
They're bringing another friend that you don't know to the dinner and have never met.
I don't love it. I mean, I think I've probably seen this, observed this, and maybe even experienced it. But barring, some major shift, someone comes into town unexpectedly,
Right.
like that just feels like a tough act. Like it's not something I don't think I'm going to tell, right? Like that
Yeah.
might be something that at minimum I ask, but even before I ask, I'm like thinking,
Yeah.
where is this person coming from? This wasn't part of our plan. Like, just kind of considering other factors too. But generally, I don't love a like spring somebody on
I
a
hate
situation
it. I
because it can.
hate it.
Whether you know the person or not, it
Yeah.
just changes the dynamic. And I'm someone that's probably preparing for the vibes.
Right.
So,
Listen, I am at home rehearsing our conversation. Please do not. I'm having a puppet show in my head. Please
do not add a third character.
Yeah, that I don't expect. Because now, guess what? I'm so anxious. I am crashing out. Okay.
And you never know it just, again, sometimes, like I've had people bring someone else to a dinner, like a thing, a coffee, whatever it is, and it comes to find out like they came together, but they like got something going on, right? Like there's some sort of tension dynamic. And again, I'm not talking about like a romantic partnership, but it's like a work friend and they like just sit next to each other. They don't actually know each other,
Bring
which
their
changes
work
the
enemy.
dynamic.
That's crazy.
Right. Or someone is like really close, but they're having a little argument or just maybe a difference of opinion. And then you're like, okay, this isn't really about me.
Right.
But the dynamic has shifted now because y'all brought XYZ over here and the rest of us are trying to calibrate.
I hate that. I hate when people don't like consider like dynamics when they like invite people to things. They're like, I just want the maximum number of people to be with me at this time.
Right.
And I feel like as like introvert girls, that is a circle of hell.
Right.
It's just,
how am I going to be able to get out? I'm going to have more to remember. No, yeah, I just don't want to do it. And I think I can not really imagine it, but I can like theorize that there are people that like that sounds exciting to them. It's more people, more stimulation, perhaps more opportunities to share and exchange, i.e. extroverts. But I'm like that. I don't know how we norm set on as a society. I think we've given extroverts too much power.
Too much power.
We've got to shift the norm. Start with the like closer to the introvert spectrum, and then
it's
easier
true.
to like. It's hard to it's hard to overcorrect, right? Like once you go too far into socializing.
The people have spoken, and they're all introverts.
We just need a bounce back, right? Slow it down, quiet it down.
Yeah, But do you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's an example of like, because I've had friends, maybe not close friends, but I've had friends who have like been like that, where it's like, oh, I invited someone. I think especially in like grad school that happens. Like, oh, I invited this person to our.
There's assumed if you have a shared, like if you're sharing a program, there's an assumed connection.
Yeah, it's just not. It's not what I want. Anxiety.
No.
As Dochi sang.
Anxiety.
Playing.
That sounds just like her.
Yeah, you did. Playing in my head all the time. I'm like, anxiety.
Also, that you did was very nice. That's one of the ways that you're a considerate friend. You are just always affirming, and you let me stay in my mind and with the joys and the sometimes alternative truths that I like to exist in.
I just love that you acknowledged it. I love it. It's my favorite.
I do it. I don't acknowledge it often, but I'm aware. You should at least know.
I do. I feel like we should do like a segment on like dinner party dynamics at some point. Like, because I feel like that's its own thing. Right?
It is. Yeah, because I feel like restaurant at somebody's house, whose house? Is there an occasion? Yeah.
All of it. It's just, it's rife with potential sources of chaos, disconnection, despair.
What makes a good dinner party?
Yeah.
We can bring back Ina. That'll be our next pitch to Ina.
Ina.
Here are some common dinner party dynamics, our thoughts on them, and now we want
your thoughts.
What do the people need besides good olive oil?
Good vanilla. Fine Tahitian vanilla.
You gotta do it.
Gotta
fresh
do
out.
it. All right, guys, it's time for our recurring segment that so many of you loved. Is it a hate crime? As a reminder, there are 3 levels of hate crime that we have invented here. So the first level of hate crime is a literal hate crime that is potentially illegal. The second is this could be a hate crime given the context. And the third level is not a literal hate crime, but we hate it. Most things will fall into this third category.
Maybe. Okay, first one. Lactose intolerant. We know that people of color, in particular like Black and Asian folks, are overtly represented by lactose intolerance or in the lactose intolerance family. Is that a hate crime, Anna?
It's absolutely a hate crime. It's a hate crime. And
I think so.
It's not only the lactose intolerance, it is it's the way that dairy pervades society.
What do they call it? Big dairy?
Big
Not
dairy.
Big pharma?
Okay, they might be in bed together, big dairy and big pharma.
They
might all be connected.
I think you could be onto something also, or particularly because there's something in the U.S. dairy. Like, how frequently do we hear about people of color from other countries like, what are y'all talking about lactose intolerance? So whatever big dairy is sliding in, pumping in the cows, I don't know.
It's poison.
It's targeting us.
It's targeting us.
It's targeting us.
And
it's really inconvenient.
So inconvenient. And also, like, I feel like we've talked about this. I don't think that lactate works for us.
I don't either.
It's a fiction.
If it does, it's like not psychosomatic, but like the placebo effect, right? And even then, it's not really working. I just in my mind, I'm like, oh, it's fine. It's so much later that I'm having this issue that's definitely related to what I ate, and it's like, no, it didn't do anything. It needs to be studied.
It needs to be studied. I think lactose intolerance is a literal hate crime.
Yeah. It makes me so sad. It makes me like I don't feel like I belong. It's upsetting.
It's very upsetting. It's very upsetting.
Everybody else is eating the dessert. I need to go to sleep. This is what happens when I didn't get home till 2 a.m.
This is why the girls are sleepy. The girls are so sleepy.
And then I was so like excited. I just like couldn't even go to sleep. I was overstimulated.
Your adrenaline was like running.
Right. But yes, people are eating dessert. I feel excluded. I can't partake.
Related to lactose intolerance, is it a hate crime? The use of dairy in items that you may have ordered where non-dairy has been specifically requested, like lattes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
It's dangerous.
It's dangerous.
It's harmful either way.
It's terrible. And you know what? It's hard because like you can't always taste the difference right away.
Right.
But then you feel it later.
Mm-hmm. Usually when you would be able to do something, it's like that first or second sip. You're still, especially if you got like bought it out, because I'm assuming if you're making it at home, you're using what you need. But like the first or second sip that you taste, sometimes you're just looking at the label, and then by the time you're actually drinking it, like getting a full sip, it's too late. You're too far away.
Too late.
Or maybe you're drinking it fast and you're like not really paying attention, and then you're like, oh, something's a little different, but maybe it's like not a good mix or something. Maybe the brain can imagine a lot of other things, and then it's too late when you're like, oh no.
I especially feel very upset about this when I order a bagel and they have vegan cream cheese on the menu, and then they put regular cream cheese on it. Because
why offer it?
Why offer it? Why offer it? And also, bagels are such a treat for me.
Yes.
And you've just ruined my treat by making it into...
And it feels like an easy thing to avoid.
1,000%, no.
Like, don't have the vegan cream cheese next to the other options. Like, separate it, put a barrier up.
It's just not right. It's a hate crime.
Something.
We hate it.
Another one for our consideration, based on my current life, dramatic temperature swings from 40 to 80 degrees within like a 48-hour period, shall we say.
It should be illegal. Like, there's no way that someone can dress for all 3 seasons of weather for a day.
My body can't recover that quickly. We were trying to be warm, and now we need to drastically cool off. We need a buffer. We need a buffer. As we talk about it, I guess it's not a hate crime, but we do hate it.
We do hate it.
I felt really harmed. I was really having a hard time with a quick adjustment, so that's why I felt targeted.
It's the lack of control. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you try to accommodate to the temperature, but your efforts are foiled.
Yes, and it's just like, this is why I don't go out, because shout out to that Paramore song, which I love, by the way. I loved them before, and then they released that, and I was like, they really might be my people. But it's like, this is why I don't go out, okay? Y'all say it's safe, you say it's stable, it's going to be 50 the next few days. Next thing I know, I'm out and it's 85. That's not okay. That's not okay. Hot. Then I'm like, all right, cool. I don't need a jacket anymore. And then you come back and swing and give me a 35. Oof. What are we doing? What are we doing?
What are we
Shut
doing?
it down. We can't control the weather, but many of us can control when we go outside. So, like, let's let each other stay inside. Stay home.
Stay inside. Stay home.
Where it's stable, where you have temperature control, hopefully. Lord willing.
Mm-hmm. I have another one, and it's white people rapping wedding vows.
Oh my gosh, that video you sent me earlier this week. Yes, that is a hate crime.
I will give you all of me as long as I'm alive. When it's tough, I will not run. I'll stick right by your side. Woo! You held it down when I declared a war on my own pride. With zero hesitation, I am making you my wife. Do you want something real?
I am harmed. Rappers, like this, what's it called? Aspiring rappers are harmed. Actual rappers selling records right now, harmed. Sugar Hill Gang, harmed with their legacy. Why would the guests in attendance at that wedding, harmed? Do not have me sitting outside in the sun. You can tell it's afternoon based on where the sun is, right? The heat, peak sun, while you get up there and rap, sing your vows to each other. Stop it.
What would you do if you were at a wedding and that started happening?
I would be so upset.
Would you leave?
I would be thinking about it. Like, I would definitely have a timer on my head. Like, this is ridiculous. I'm not going to make a scene. But they got 10 seconds. And once they go past that, it's a matter of time. And let me see anybody else thinking about leaving. Oh, I'm rocking with you. Quickly. We're out of here.
The worst part about it is, like, it really seemed like they practiced it. And so to have practiced it any number of times and been like, this is really gonna fucking rock. Hate crime. Hate. Embarrassing.
There's the one person behind them too that's like trying, like clearly not into it, but like, yeah, let's go, y'all. And I'm like, awful. That, like, the dancing behind the bad rapping is bad. Their officiant just had to stand up there with them through that.
I would walk out. No.
Somebody needed to make a distraction, a diversion. A kid needed to, like, go running, take off, something to get them people out of there. I know they were upset.
I would be so upset.
Had to be.
I don't think I would leave right away, but I really think my husband would get up and walk out.
He would. Oh, he would. And that would be my sign, right? I'd be on the other side of the aisle, and I'm like, oh, Eric said we can go.
We could go.
Eric gave us the green light. We out of here. You'd be sitting there, like, red in the face, like, you guys.
He's just like, let them finish.
Aiden is over there upset, loudly upset, but, like, not willing to leave, being like, I hate this, but then also feeling a similar pressure to you, like, no, I can't leave. It's like, no, you should. We have to get out of here.
I hope that it's a situation we never actually find ourselves in.
I don't want to do it. That'd be really bad.
It would be really bad. Oh, goodness.
Oh, that was a good one. And by good, I mean awful in the worst way.
Literally.
Awful.
I felt like I watched it and I was like, that's enough internet for today. Like,
that's the kind of stuff that will make me never put anything on the internet, because whatever idea you had, whatever led them to that choice, they got to live with that forever. Like, if they have children or loved ones, their families will have to live with that legacy forever. Like, that's going to be somebody's cousin, aunt, potentially, like
mother, grandma, and that's somebody's ancestor, Sarájanée.
Right. Imagine you trying to flex with somebody in school.
And they pull up the video.
And they're like, yo, that's you? That's your grandma?
You know, they pull up the hologram, too.
The whole thing. That's your daddy's bop? Like, are you kidding?
Speaking of embarrassing rapping, have you heard Will Smith's new song?
No.
Don't look for it. It's really
I heard he had a new song and I was like, why? I don't
It's
think you need to
really-
do that.
You know, I was a big Will Smith fan when I was a kid because he was so big. Men in Black.
He was.
Not Westworld. What is it? Wild
Get
Wild
jiggy with
West.
it. Na 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 na. Na 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 na.
I still play his Miami song when I'm on the way to Miami.
I get that. That's a solid one. Mm-hmm.
But no, this new era of his, I don't know if I can support it. So
We don't have to. You know, we need to break up fandom and standom culture. Like, we can leave them. If they make bad choices, somebody else can cheer for them. That can be the less. Create other opportunities. Opportunities for other fans.
1,000%.
For sure,
Okay.
for sure. Our last one, Domino's. I don't know who is on their marketing team, but they are working overtime.
They are.
Sarájanée. It's been a while. Sarájanée, 52 days until you lose 50% off.
It's like
Domino's, leave me alone.
literally like using my full name, my full first name.
Right.
And it's like, do you miss us?
Right.
It's like an email, 2
You're like-
emails a day.
You look like you're too far away, right? Do you
Yeah.
want to know like your new Domino's? It's aggressive.
It's aggressive. Listen, it's not a literal hate crime. It is something we hate and we feel targeted by.
Okay, but also hate isn't the right word. I do feel targeted, but like I hate the marketing, but I can never hate Domino's.
Okay, I literally have a Domino's pizza in my fridge right now. I don't.
So I just wanted to make it clear.
Okay, here's the thing. Don't email us unless you're going to send it for free. How about that?
Yes, send it for free
for free.
and like with the swiftness.
With
Okay,
swiftness.
get it to me in 20 minutes so I don't have time to think about it. And for free. Domino's does love to send like a come buy something. You can buy 3 or buy 2, get 2 free. And I don't need 4 pizzas.
That's
just
so
give me this
many
one for free.
pizzas.
All of those deals. It's too much.
I will say.
Slow down.
We had Domino's after not having Domino's for like months. It is so good. It is
Mm-hmm. I know, it was
so salty
good.
and like
Buttery. Just
buttery, like
smooth is the word that I mean there. Like just everything's light that needs to be light. The parts that need to be crisp are crisp.
like Domino's is so good.
It's very good. It's consistent too, right? Or as
Consistent.
consistent as like you can get for a national pizza chain, I think.
Stop emailing us unless it's free.
But please stop. We're doing our best out here, and you're not making it easier.
We're just lactose intolerant girlies trying to resist temptation and
Trying to make good choices, okay?
not helping us. Okay.
Not at all.
No.
Not at all.
Canada Dry, if you wanted to perhaps sponsor us,
We're still waiting.
We're here.
Yeah.
We're here.
Just so you know, we are really in sync with it. We hopped on to record this, and we both were like, "Oh, guess what? I just pulled out a little mini Canada
Like,
Dry
literally.
without planning that."
No planning. Okay. No planning. Same size.
Come on,
Size.
help us, help you, help us. That's all.
That's all. That's all. Well, Sarájanée, I think that was episode 10. Can you believe it?
Yay! So exciting.
So exciting.
Very cool.
I love recording these with you.
Me too. I can't. We have to do something special for episode 11. I think.
Oh, you know, it's one of our special members. Thanks for listening. If you love this episode, share it with your long distance bestie. See you next week.